Hey everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about 8 things that I wish I knew before going bald. That's right, these are 8 things that I honestly wish I could have told myself as a younger self before I lost my hair and started going bald. So let's get right into the video. Most of you that have watched this channel for many years know my sort of balding story. I started losing my hair at about 19, 20, and by the age of about 21, I was like basically shaving my head for the most part. I was buzzing it really, really close, and then like 22, 23 onwards in my life was like with a razor, completely shaved. These are the 8 things that I wish I could tell myself, and if you're losing your hair, then listen closely. And if you know someone that's losing their hair and they're okay with you sending them stuff, like if they're okay with you knowing that they're losing their hair, if they're not trying to hide it, then honestly, this could be a video for them to share it with them. Number 1, head shape is noticeable, okay? Now, luckily for me, I have a fairly round head. You know, my head is round, but your head shape is noticeable because I notice other bald guys that have sort of more oval shaped heads, more square shaped heads. You know, your head shape is noticeable, and it's not a bad thing, but take note of what head shape you have because certain facial hairstyles go well with certain head shapes. So your head shape will be noticeable, and then plan your clothing and your facial hair to work with your head shape, right? You want to use it to your benefit, okay? Number 2, it's gonna be okay, okay? Literally, I was so worried. I was like scared almost, and I'm a ridiculously confident person. I'm not pretty confident. I'm super confident, okay? Even from one of my younger days. But I was still a little bit worried. What's life gonna be like without hair? You know, styling my hair was a big part of my day, but I wish I could have told myself, listen, Michael, it's gonna be okay. Mike, relax, bro, it's gonna be fine, okay? Number 3, you will be memorable. I said to myself, you know, I won't have my hair anymore, but I literally want to be the most memorable bald person that someone is ever gonna meet. And I did that with the channel, in life, with my voice, with my actions, with the things that I say, the way that I speak, my sort of, you know, hurrah when I talk, right? I am super memorable. So you will be memorable, especially if you lose your hair at a young age. People are gonna remember you. They're gonna say, blah, 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 the bald guy, right? I was Mike the bald guy. And that's totally fine. You have to embrace it. Become memorable. Live to that expectation, okay? So that's number 3. You will be memorable. Tell yourself that. I wish I could have told myself that. Number 4, you will never need to visit a barber ever again. Now, luckily for me, my uncle is actually a barber. He's a hairstylist, okay? He cuts hair, men's and women's hair, long, short, doesn't matter. And up until about the age of 16, him and my aunt lived in my parents' basement. We lived in the upstairs of my parents' house, the upper floor and the main floor, and then they lived in the basement of my parents' house. They rented out the basement. And then they moved on to a different location. But from when I was born until I was about 16, they lived down there. So I got free haircuts my whole life anyways. I just walked downstairs, knocked on the door. Hey, Zio Tony, Uncle Tony, can you give me a haircut anytime? And he said, yeah, come right now. And he'll just give me whatever haircut I want in the basement. So I was very fortunate. But, you know, from 16 to 19, I visited a barber. And then 19, I just started buzzing my hair myself. Even so, I tried cutting my hair myself, even, you know, within those time frames before I started buzzing my hair. But you'll never need to visit a barber again. Honestly, fantastic. Never need to make an appointment. Never need to pay for a haircut. It's beautiful, okay? So that's number 4. Never think about going to a barber shop ever again unless you want them to do a nice shave, you know, before a special occasion. You know, I can understand that. But other than that, no, just shave your head in the sink, in the shower, whatever the case is. Really easy to do. You can shave your head anywhere. I've shaved my head in the car before, to be honest with you. So you can do it anywhere, okay? Number 5, wear a hat, okay? Listen, you're gonna get lots of sun exposure up here. Wear a hat. Wear a hat, wear a hat, wear a hat. I always wear pretty much like a baseball cap in the summer when I'm outside, and I always wear a toque in the winter. A lot of people think I'm like trying to hide my baldness. I'm just trying to protect myself from the sun. I embrace my bald. Look at how many videos I have with my bald head showing in them. I embrace my baldness, but you know, wear a hat. It's super important to protect your head from those rays of the sun. Number 6, Wear sunscreen, stock up on sunscreen. Even with the hat on, I wear sunscreen pretty much every day. My wife got me into this like moisturizer sunscreen. So it's like a moisturizer, but it has built-in sunscreen. And I use that for my head. So it moisturizes it and it has built-in sunscreen. And it's a little bit more expensive than regular moisturizer, but to be honest with you, the peace of mind that I get from wearing it, totally worth it. So, you know, stock up on sunscreen and look into like your favorite kinds of sunscreens. Maybe ones that smell better and stuff, because you're going to be wearing a lot of it. You should wear a lot of it. I wish I could tell that to myself. Okay. Number 7, because yeah, that was number 6. And I'll go over these quickly at the end. Number 7, the rest of your face will be more noticeable. When you're bald, people notice your bald head right away, but then they look at the rest of your face. The rest of your face is more noticeable. I have a cut on my lip here. I'm so sorry. I had chapped lips and I finally got over the chapped lips, but one piece of my lip just split and cut and I couldn't get rid of it, you know, so I had to film with it. It is what it is. But the rest of your face and your face shape becomes super noticeable when you have a bald head, because they notice your bald head right away, but then they notice your face shape. Last but not least is number 8, embrace it, okay? You know, bald is bold and it's beautiful. Okay, baldness is a beautiful thing. Baldness is another hairstyle. I call it the lack of hairstyle, okay? Embrace it. It's you. You were made this way to be incredible, okay? Now, obviously, like the thing, from what I was reading before, the thing that scared me when I was younger was like, statistically, when you look at it, I don't, it's been a long time that I've seen this, but statistically, when you look at it, taller men are more likely to make a higher salary, and men with hair are more likely to make a higher salary in the thresholds, right? And I was like, man, I'm like 5'7" and bald. Like, you know, the odds are not in my favor. And, you know, like not to go into too much detail, but my life is far greater financially and in many other aspects, in every aspect pretty much, other than I gotta get rid of this little tummy that I have here, okay? Other than that, my life is far greater than anyone that I know that has hair. So, like, don't these stats that you see, take them with a grain of salt. They're not make or break, trust me. I'm bald, I'm basically slightly below average height, and I make more than anybody that I know, to be honest with you. And I have more things and a better life than anybody that I know. And that's not to brag, but it's just to tell you it's gonna be okay. Embrace it. I wish I could have told myself this 15 years ago, because I would have done anything to hear this, because I was worried. I was anxious about losing my hair, about going bald. And if I could have just heard, listen, it's just a statistic. It's gonna be fine. You can still make a name for yourself. You can still make a legacy. You can still make a ridiculous amount of money compared to, you know, someone with hair. Hair doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. Sorry, I just had a weird smell. Just making sure, yeah, that's fine. I mean, everything's fine. Just got a weird smell for a second there, but I don't know. There's a sewer clean out over here, but it's sealed properly, so I gotta go check into that anyways. But yeah, it's gonna be okay. So let's go over them quickly. These are the 8 things. Number 1, your head shape is noticeable when you're bald. Number 2, it's gonna be okay. Number 3, you will be super memorable. Number 4, you'll never need to visit a barber again. Number 5, wear a hat. Number 6, wear sunscreen and stock up on it. Choose your favorites. Number 7, the rest of your face will be way more noticeable, so just embrace it. And number 8, embrace it. Embrace it. Live with the baldness. Love the baldness. It's part of you. It's all good. It's all good. It's all gonna be good, trust me. If you're losing your hair, if you're going bald, take it from me. It's gonna be okay, I promise you. And that's essentially it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.